Published 1640, the 5th of October 2017. Luke May Danny Grant on The Apprentice, warning use of this copyright image is subject to the terms of use of BBC Pictures Digital Picture Service BBC Pictures as set out at www.bbcpictures.co.uk. In particular, this image may only be published by a registered user of BBC Pictures for editorial use for the purpose of publicising the relevant BBC programme, personnel or activity during the publicity period which ends 3 review weeks following the date of transmission and provided the BBC and the copyright holder in the caption are credited. For any other purpose whatsoever, including advertising and commercial, prior written approval from the copyright holder will be required. The cosmetics retailer is now looking to create a new business venture. Lord Sugar and this year's contestant Danny Grant is expecting to get stick from his Chatham Town teammates when he turns up for training tonight, after admitting he is still disappointed with going out in the first week of The Apprentice. The cosmetics retailer says he broke one of his own rules by becoming team leader in the first week, immediately putting his head on Lord Alan Sugar's chopping block. In a battle of the sexes, the Father-o-Phones team, branding themselves Vitality, came up short as they tried to sell burgers on the streets of London, with the men's team ultimately making a loss on their turkey and buffalo products. The 32-year-old split his team in two from the kitchen, taking his buffalo burgers to Brixton, where customers proved so hard to come by the team resulted to selling a vegan-friendly salad burger. After his exit, Mr. Grant said, "If there had been customers in Brixton, we would have won the task. We had a great product with a great unique selling point. It just didn't work out. Things went from bad to worse when the already late other half of Team Vitality, which had been left in the kitchen, discovered the labeling on their turkey product had been mistakenly printed as organic." Sub-manager Charles Burns was criticized for not moving faster in the kitchen, and ended up being brought back into the final 3 to face Lord Sugar's wrath. In the boardroom, the team leader initially chose Harrison Jones to join himself and Mr. Burns in the final 3, but after a stormy response, the former Rochester maths student picked Elliot Van Emden instead. Having changed his mind once already, Mr. Grant wishes he could change it again. He said, "I should have brought Jeff on, and ultimately the labeling was down to him. I don't think Jeff or Elliot really pulled their weight on this task. I didn't want to choose Harrison. He worked the hardest in that team, and in the real world you wouldn't. He singled him out just for suggesting Brixton. In the end I had to choose between Jeff or Elliot. They had sold 3 and 2 burgers each, so I just chose the one who had sold less. Charles should have gone instead of me, but if I had brought Jeff back in as well, I think I would have been doubly safe." Speaking on Thursday, Mr. Grant told Kent News, "I know I'm going to get some stick from the players at training tonight, and if I play at the weekend, I would still do it again. I wanted to win and think I would have won it had I got past the first week. Before I went in, I gave myself 2 rules. Don't hide in the background, and don't be team leader on the first week. But when the moment came, everyone looked to me, so I took the chance." With his brief stint on television now over, the Rochester businessman has sights on a new business that could help some of those most in need. He said, "By the end of the year I hope to get my first water filtration system ready to sell and be installed underneath sinks in homes. If that proves successful, I want to start making a flat pack, easy to distribute, filtration system that can be distributed to third world countries, free of charge. My mom is from Brazil. She came from poverty to the UK and worked in the NHS for 25 years. Now I want to give something back." The Apprentice returns for episode 2 on BBC One at 9 p.m. on Wednesday, October 11th.